Hello, everyone. Every king, every president, every prime minister needs wise counsel, wise advice. It is helpful to avoid many adverse times. President Donald Trump is a very wise man and he has taken great decisions for this world to create peace between many countries. But when I look at what he is doing with Pakistan, I feel that he is going in the wrong direction. With Pakistan, he is going in the wrong direction. Because if he thinks that his empowering Pakistan against India would help solve the crisis in Ukraine or Russia, he's fooling himself. The crisis between Russia and Ukraine is a Christian struggle, and Christians can solve it without any help from any other nation, any other country. By talking with these two leaders, Christian people need to find a solution instead of drying up finances of one Christian country or helping the other Christian country. There should be a resolution that is lasting. And for a lasting resolution, the hatred between Russia and Ukraine, which is causing the war and violence, needs to come to an end. Now, regarding empowering Pakistan, the first and the major concern of the rest of the world regarding empowering Pakistan is terrorism. Osama bin Laden was found in Pakistan, literally found in Pakistan. Pakistan government has many problems. People of Pakistan have many problems because of terrorism that is growing within Pakistan. And if you give weapons of mass destruction like nuclear things to Pakistan, it is very possible that President Trump would get the repayment either in Israel or in UK kind of European countries, or eventually even in America, because these things would come to, they say chickens coming back to roost, something like that, no? These things would come back to you, because India is a peaceful country. We don't go for a war unless we are provoked, and before doing any war, we look at what are the tragedies and what are the fatalities on the other side, and do anything that we do after giving due consideration to every aspect of our involvement in a war. But that is not true of Pakistan. They can go for a war with any country at any time. Second, they don't have a stable government. They never had. And their people are struggling, and these weapons can easily go into the hands of terrorists. And we know these weapons could be smuggled into Turkey and other places, and through them, these weapons can reach Hamas kind of people. We say Hamas has been eliminated, Hezbollah has been eliminated, Houthi has been eliminated, but these are not eliminated. These are ideologies, these are ideas that have ground in their holy books, and it would come up again in different ways. We do not know if Hamas is gone, who would come, but it can come again. And when these people find these weapons, they can use these weapons against Israel, against Christian people of Europe, against America itself. So if you ask me, I would say keep a one-arm distance with a country like Pakistan. I am not against Pakistan. I am not a fan of Pakistan, but going by what has happened in the past and how Pakistan has behaved with America itself. Don't look at the rest of the world, just with America. It is very difficult to understand why Donald Trump kind of a president would trust a country like Pakistan. And see, if Pakistan comes for a nuclear war with India, we don't have any fears. We are prepared. Our armed forces are prepared, our country is prepared, our politicians are prepared, because we know we won't provoke any other country to do such a destruction. But if they are provoking us, we know how to respond. And the person who developed nuclear technology in our country was a Muslim. It was not Osama bin Laden. He was a president of our country, and his name is Abdul Kalam. So we know how to handle Hindus and Muslims within our country because our country is united. If you ask Mr. Owaisi, he would also say Pakistan is behaving like a country that would support terrorists. And they don't need to send people into our country to teach us Islam. Islam in the sense of the peaceful Islam. We don't want to learn their terrorist ways. So, in my view, Donald Trump is taking a double risk. First is he is risking his friendship with India. Friendship not just with the ruling party of India, but also the opposition of India, India as a whole. And he is also risking his own country by supporting Pakistan, because Pakistan has terrorists. Terrorists can get these weapons, and terrorists can give these weapons to enemies of Israel, enemies of Europe, and enemies of every white, Christian, or Jewish man in this world. So Donald Trump needs to be very careful when he goes into these kind of military and weapon deals with Pakistan. The rest of the things, he would know better. He has read world history. His people, Republican Party people, would know what is their stance with terrorism. Terrorism is something that Republicans, conservatives of United States or conservatives of United Kingdom would not want to tolerate. So that is up to you to decide what to do. But we know the facts very clearly point to an increasing possibility of Pakistan going more and more into empowering terrorists. Whatever their armed forces cannot do by themselves, they use the terrorists to do it because they are afraid of the military of India, which is much bigger, much stronger than theirs. And what they can do is use these terrorists to create problems here and there. And we don't fear Pakistan. We used to have respect for Pakistan, which is now going away because of their actions, because of what they have done in the past to our country, to our people. Operation Sindoor was not launched in a vacuum. No, it happened as a retaliatory strike against the terrorists who came and killed people in our territory. It is not a disputed place. It is our state. Omar Abdullah is a Muslim man. He is the chief minister of that state, the state of Kashmir. And in that state, people came from Pakistan. They killed people after asking their religion, tried to create a crisis, a Hindu-Muslim crisis in our country, in India, by asking the religion of those people whom they wanted to kill. And there is evidence, sufficient evidence to prove, even India's opposition would say there is sufficient evidence to prove that these people, they didn't come from India, they came from Pakistan. They belong to something called a resistance front, which is a part of Lashkar-e-Toiba, which is a Pakistan-based organization, which has good facility, like the Iranian nuclear facility. They have a good facility given to them by the Pakistani government, and Pakistani people and government are protecting them. And these people come, and you just go and read what happened in Pahalgam. If it happened in any state in America, America would be at war with every country that would be involved. We didn't do much. We did a very small retaliatory strike only to diffuse those areas where these Lashkar-e-Toiba and Resistance Front people were located, according to the data given by the United Nations. Like these data, everybody knows it's a kind of such a thing. And those places were destroyed so that those terrorists could not group together and create more problems for our country. And when Pakistan came to us for a war kind of a situation, we knew how to respond. And of course, we are thankful that other countries got involved, the war did not escalate. And even if other countries did not get involved, our country had resolved that we would be hitting only terrorist targets, and we are not going to war with Pakistan. It is Pakistan who wanted a war, and then they realized that they don't have enough strength or reasons to fight the war, and they stopped it. With Donald Trump intervention, without Donald Trump intervention, does not matter much. The war is averted, and we are thankful to America. We are thankful to all what they claim about their intervention. But imposing 50% tariff on India and 19% tariff on Pakistan, and then empowering Pakistan from behind, these are not friendly signs for Indian people, Indian politicians. As a whole, it's not just the ruling party. As a whole, people are not very happy with these decisions of imposing 50% tariff on India when less tariffs are imposed on China and other countries which are much more in relationship with Russia and buying Russian oil. So when they do these kind of measures, they need to keep in mind that you cannot... See, India was ruled for 1,000 years by Muslim people. Next 200 years, India was ruled by British people, Christian people. Now, it is only now that our people are ruling this country. If you ask me, I would say it's only after Narendra Modi ji became the Prime Minister that a Hindu man who had pure Indian intentions for our country got power in our country. We were slaves for thousands of years. And this culture, this civilization, this way of life survived. It did not survive by fighting wars. It did not survive by looting other countries. It did not thrive because of something that it wanted to propagate and take to other countries. It thrived because these people are non-violent, peace-loving people, skilled people who did their work humbly and sustained their families. So Pakistan or Donald Trump cannot destroy our way of life. There are Christians here. I'm a Christ follower. And Christians also, particularly because we are all coming from a Hindu background, we all follow this culture, the Indian culture, which you can call Hindu culture. There are vegetarian people who are Christians, and there are people who observe many things that may be strange for American or European Christians. You cannot bring a uniformity in Christianity. It's not possible. There was Jewish Christianity and Gentile Christianity, and both were together. They were brothers and sisters, but their way of life, of course, was different. They had the same Lord. In the same way, there is a Hindu version of Christianity that has developed in this country for thousands of years. And their practices may not 100% match the practices of their Western counterparts. And we do not like to be subdued and to be dominated to behave in a certain way. The Britishers tried, they failed. Mohammedans tried, they failed. Only love is the way to help people change their ways, if you want them to change their ways. And if you bully us and say like, okay, 50% tariffs for you, 19% for a country that is sponsoring terrorism, something is seriously wrong, seriously of, and I believe that countries would negotiate and come to a proper conclusion about these matters